y'all? I'm Paco, your host, and you're watching Occupy the Media. On today's show, I want to talk about Occupy Wall Street versus the Tea Party. Now, you know, the similarities, the differences, the way that they're viewed upon from the media and from the Republican candidates that are running for office. So, you know, unless you've been like in the hole for the last couple of years, you know the Tea Party is pretty much another wing of the Republican Party. Basically, it's been hijacked by the establishment. So now, you know, instead of hearing, you know, real, true concerns about true issues, you know, you hear it from the hijackers, you know, the Fox News, the Bill O'Reillys, the Sean Hannitys. These are the people that are trying to get their agenda across by using the Tea Party name. And now, you know, you have candidates that are basically catering to the Tea Party. People like former Speaker of the House, Newt Gingrich, Miss Tea Party MILF, Michelle Bachmann, an old ticklish Tea Party favorite, Herman Cain. And am I forgetting about
Hey, I'm for the Tea Party.
No, you're not. I don't understand this. What's the point of having a Tea Party if all the candidates and all the mainstream candidates are for the Tea Party, are part of the Tea Party? Now, let's analyze this for a second. Because Mitt Romney says he's for the Tea Party. And he's been labeled a frontier candidate and a front runner since the beginning of the race. But let's think about this for a second. If you had to get one issue that all the Republicans could agree on, you know, conservatives, libertarians, Tea Party activists, even right-wing nut jobs, if you had to get all of them to agree on one issue, what would it be? They're all against Obamacare. So how in the world is it that one of the major candidates, one of the frontier frontrunners, is the guy who created Obamacare, already passed it into law in Massachusetts? This does not make any sense. So if anybody buys what the media is telling you that he's a frontrunner or has been a frontrunner, it's a complete farce. Now, back to the Tea Party. I remember, you know, back in the beginning when the Tea Party was labeled as a bunch of crazies, you know, right-wing fanatics, people that are just, you know, upset and mad and, you know, angry about the bailouts, angry about Obama, you know, angry about Obamacare, you know,
We're not angry. We're indignant.
So you part of the Tea Party too now? I mean, everybody's part of the Tea Party? Well, I don't understand this. I mean, how do y'all feel about our frustration then? What about Occupy Wall Street? How do the presidential candidates feel about Occupy Wall Street?
Well, you're talking about a rather fringe group of people out here.
Shut up. Nobody cares. Now, I think it's safe to say we know how the Republicans view Occupy Wall Street. I mean, think about it. How much of the country, what percentage of the country do Republicans actually make up? Especially after Bush. I mean, the party has gotten way smaller. So if Occupy Wall Street is representing 99%, then imagine the tons of people that are there that the Republicans don't associate themselves with, that always seem to talk down about. You know, we know how they feel about liberals.
The objective of the liberals is to destroy this country.
How about the gays?
We need to have profound compassion for people who are dealing with a very real issue of sexual dysfunction in their life and sexual identity disorders.
Now what about black people?
Many African Americans have been brainwashed.
Brainwashed?
You hate me, nigga. If it was up to me, I'd unleash the hound and turn y'all niggas into puppet child. I was happy at the back of the bus.
Oh, my eyeball! Brainwashed? What do you think about the president?
Hang that nigga now. I got the rope right here.
Herman, I love you, brother.
You know, look.
Now, I've listened to your black ass talk all day about how much you can't stand black folks.
Wow, Herman Cain. I mean, for someone that's black...
I am not black, nor do I consider myself to be black. Many people mistake me for being Negro.
Okay, fine. Well, can you tell me the difference between Occupy Wall Street and the Tea Party?
You go first, Newt.
I would like everyone in the news media to look at the difference between the destructive, hostile, anti-civilization behaviors of the so-called Occupy Wall Street crowd and the serious studying of the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, the Federalist Papers, and all the things the Tea Party movement is doing, which are constructive, designed to get America back on track. I think there could not be a better distinction.
Newt, you got to understand why people are upset. See, we're upset with people like you. You know, people like you who have basically been accused of receiving $1.6 million from Fannie and Freddie.
First of all, it wasn't paid to me. Gingrich Group was a consulting firm that had lots of people doing things.
Had lots of people doing things? You can't even buy that bullshit that you're saying. Man, didn't you make money off of the financial system? No, didn't you make money off of the fraudulent system with these criminals and crooks that we have running Fannie and Freddie and running the government and running the Fed? Didn't you get paid to be a financial terrorist?
Sure, but I don't know the amounts.
Is the 1.6 million figure correct?
I don't know. We're going back to check.
It sounds like a whole lot more than just being a historian.
Yeah, sounds more than just a historian, Newt. I mean, you were getting paid to give advice? $1.6 million for advice? What advice did you give them? You know what you should have said? Stop what you're doing right now. You're going to cause a financial crisis. You can't give everybody a house. People won't be able to afford what they couldn't afford. I mean, I don't understand this. You guys don't get why we're upset or why we're frustrated. Or you know what? Maybe y'all just do and y'all just don't care. But we do. I mean, how are all y'all so crooked? You know what I'm saying? Rick Perry, Mitt Romney, why y'all such douchebags?
Tea Party people like that.
I guess so, but look. Just because you talk about Obama and you run from Obamacare and you run from Hillary Care, everybody's not buying it, okay? Earlier, I said I want to speak about the similarities and the differences of both movements, and this is how I see both of the movements. Now, Newt Gingrich is saying, you know, we're not civilized, we're hostile, whereas the Tea Party is, you know, studying the Constitution. See, that's the problem. That's code word for we're not being sheep. You know, we're not following a single file line. We're not going home when they tell us, but the Tea Party is studying the Constitution. See, that's what they want people to do. Be calm, chill out, just sit back, relax. We got this. That's what they want people to be. They want people to be controlled, to be sheep. So therefore, that's why they're behind the Tea Party. Now, if you think back, who started the Tea Party? The Tea Party was started with the Ron Paul supporters back during his last presidential campaign. Now, since then and shortly after then, the Tea Party was hijacked by the Republican establishment. You know, we started getting candidates speaking for us that were never with us. You know, people like Sarah Palin and whoever the other black Republican dude was. I can't remember his name now. But people have to understand that when the Tea Party came out at first, the Tea Party was a threat. It was a threat to the media. So you had the left-wing media and the right-wing media saying what about us? You know, oh, we're right-wing crazies. We're right-wing, you know, nut jobs. Showing pictures of, you know, Obama and Hitler. And we're just all got hatred towards Obama. That's how they're trying to paint us. You see, again, because we were a threat. How are they trying to paint Occupy Wall Street? The same way. Oh, these people are just unemployed. Oh, they're just mad. They're just, you know, a bunch of drummers and people having sex and drug addicts and hippies. I mean, so they have to downplay both of the parties because both of the movements, because both of the movements were a threat to them. Now that the Tea Party is hijacked, how is it being used by the media? Now the right-wing media has embraced the Tea Party, and that's all they talk about now are Tea Party issues. You know, so they use the Tea Party to its advantage. You know, to control even more people that think that there's a change going on with the Tea Party. Now, how is the left wing use the Tea Party movement now? Because the left wing still sometimes you know, throw shots at the Tea Party, but why is it now? It's not like before where the Tea Party was a threat. You see, what they use the Tea Party for now is to create an enemy for the left, an enemy for the liberal, for the progressive, for the person who likes Obama or who may not like Obama that much, but they need to know that he's better than the Republicans. So you see, they create this tension. They instead of giving people the real issues, what's going on, how we can fix it, real solutions that would show people that we're in the same boat together, instead they take